This Ford Explorer has 3 rows, some great tech features, and is surprisingly nice to drive given its boxy shape. We know all about SUVs. At Edmunds, we drive, test, and review SUVs like this every single day. We know these cars. So is the Ford Explorer a good fit for you? We teamed up with CarMax to cover all the details so that you can make the call as to whether this one is a pick or a pass. Ford sold over 200,000 Explorers in 2024. It's an extremely popular 3-row SUV thanks to its practicality. It's available in 6 and 7 passenger seat configurations, plus it's got all of the tech and the storage shoppers are looking for. We've driven thousands of miles in SUVs like this, and frankly, competitors do most things better than the Explorer. The roomy Kia Telluride has been Edmunds' top-rated 3-row SUV since it debuted, and the Toyota Highlander has a more practical interior. That said, you can often get a used Explorer for thousands less than the competition. Depending on your budget, the Ford might make a lot of sense, even if it isn't as nice nor as roomy as its competitors. Its value proposition as a used SUV is hard to deny. If you're hauling around your family, you'll want to know about reliability and crash test ratings too, right? For reliability, we go to RepairPal, an independent source for reliability ratings. RepairPal gives the Explorer a 3.5 out of 5, putting it toward the back of the pack at 19 of 26 midsize SUVs. It has an average annual repair cost of $732, which, according to RepairPal, means it has an average ownership cost. But what about crash test ratings? The Explorer received high marks from the IIHS and a 5-star crash rating from NHTSA. It was dinged by the IIHS for its seatbelt reminder system not being loud enough nor long enough. Otherwise, the rest of the crash test ratings look good. So what about the rest of this SUV? This is where the Explorer really shines. There are 2 engine options available on the 2024 Explorer, and both of them are plenty powerful. We've got an Explorer with the standard 4-cylinder engine. In Edmunds testing, the Explorer got up to 60 miles per hour in just 7 seconds, which is faster than most. The even more powerful version of this engine did the same in just 5.5 seconds, putting it in the Edmunds testing top ranks of similar SUVs. Whichever engine you choose, you'll get an Explorer that's surprisingly nice to drive despite its size. Part of the reason Edmunds editors found it so fun to drive is due to the fact that this SUV is rear-wheel drive, a design rarely seen in SUVs but offers a lot of performance advantages. On top of that, the steering feels natural, so you can feel confident that when you take the wheel on those windy roads, it's going to do what you want it to. A lot of midsize SUVs feel big when you drive them. You can feel them swaying from side to side when turning. It's not very pleasant. This is an area where the Explorer stands out. It drives smaller than it is. Anyone who prioritizes driving fun should absolutely have the Explorer on their shortlist. In our reviews, Edmunds editors feel that the Explorer is just better at hauling gear than people. Here's how. If you fold down the 3rd row with this pull tab, you get 47.9 cubic feet. And if you fold down all 3, you get a whopping 87.8. That's more spacious than competitors. But the Explorer is less appealing if you're loading it with passengers and their luggage. Storage for smaller items is good up front, but it gets progressively worse as you move toward the back of the Explorer. The 2nd row has a few small cup holders and places to put stuff, but the 3rd row has even less. This is pretty typical, but it limits how impressive the Explorer's interior storage is. The ace up the Explorer sleeve is towing. No, not the maximum towing capacity, but getting the available towing package gets you a ton of useful features, like an engine oil cooler, 7-pin connector, and trailer sway control, which automatically makes adjustments to braking and engine power to keep a trailer straight. Especially useful for all your weekend adventures. Interested in learning more about towing tech? Well, we made a video just for you. Every Explorer comes standard with an 8-inch touchscreen like you see here, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both standard features, but you have to plug them in to access them. A 10.1-inch screen is an available feature, but only on higher trim Explorers. And you might be surprised, we don't recommend them. It's actually skinnier than the 8-inch screen, which actually makes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto displays smaller, making them less convenient to use. But the good news is you can get an Explorer with a less fancy and typically less expensive screen that will work better too. Ford refreshed the Explorer for 2025, making a much bigger touchscreen a standard feature. It also added wireless connectivity for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so just keep those in mind if those features are important to you. The 2024 Explorer comes standard with a handful of helpful driver aids, like blind spot warning and rear parking sensors. But you've got to go up to the third-tier ST line trim to get features like adaptive cruise control standard. You can find these features on the Edmunds recommended XLT trim, but only if they have specific technology packages installed. This is where the Explorer struggles. This second row, and especially this third row, just falls short on legroom compared to its competition. This third row is also awkwardly shaped due to that rear-wheel drive situation we mentioned much earlier, making it an uncomfortable place for adults to hang out. And the quality of the materials inside the Explorer just falls short in comparison. There's lots of hard plastic. And in addition to not always looking nice, we found that it just doesn't always hold up to the bumps and bruises you'd expect a family SUV to deal with. We also found wind noise more noticeable in Edmunds testing than we did on comparable SUVs. We've even seen customer reviews talking about the bottoms falling out of cup holders, which just shouldn't happen on a mainstream SUV like this. It isn't all bad though. Every Explorer comes with ceiling-mounted air vents, which are great if you have kids in rear-facing car seats. And you can also get these even if you have a panoramic sunroof, which is kind of amazing. And speaking of car seats, the Explorer actually has 2 lower anchor latches in the third row, and most of its competitors only have 1. Is the Explorer a good place if you're storing a lot of cargo? Sure. But if you're mostly hauling human beings, especially adults, the Explorer might disappoint. So what do you think? Will the Explorer fit your lifestyle? Does its performance meet everything you need in a daily driver? Or would something else be a better fit? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time.